Hey, it's the Preacher, and we're in the kitchen today. We're going to try to do a cast iron Wednesday, and that's provided I can get everything uploaded and edited between now and then, but that's what I'm shooting for, is a cast iron Wednesday. And what I have right here are some chicken breast. I prefer chicken thighs, but when chicken breasts are 99 cents a pound, it's hard to say no. So there were a big family pack of chicken breast, and I got them for 99 cents a pound. I think all this chicken breast here was like $5, you know, so roughly 5 pounds of chicken breast. So that means each breast is probably a little over a pound. So I trimmed them off. I got all the fat cut off. I cut each breast in half, as you can see here. This would be a breast. Show you like this. So if you're looking at chicken breast and they're this big, you can kind of see here's a breast, there's a breast, there's a breast, there's a breast. So I just cut them in half. And then I butterflied each half so they open up like this. And what this is going to do is allow me to season the chicken inside and out and stuff it with bacon. Because today we're making chicken bacon ranch in the old cast iron skillet. So let me show you what that looks like. So here's my chicken breast half. It would look just like that, and I just cut it in half. You've got a thick piece and a thin piece. I start with a thick piece. I lay it down flat. I hold my knife about halfway through it, trying not to go too low and trying not to go too high. And then I open it up and check, and sure enough, I haven't cut all the way through it. So you could fry it like that, or you could close it up like that, and that's what we're going to do. So here's the skinny piece. Now the front of the breast would be here, so I start here and go till it starts getting thin, and then I quit. Spread it out flat, kind of get it smoothed out. Lay your hand on top. That'll help you keep it held in place. And of course, if you feel the knife cutting your hand, you need to turn and go back a little deeper. If you feel the knife cutting the cutting board, you need to go a little shallower. Now here's what I use. This is called Ranch Dip Mix. It's Essential Everyday brand, which is just a store brand. You might see it as Hidden Valley Ranch Mix, and usually you're adding sour cream or mayonnaise or something like that to it, but you're making a ranch dip or a ranch dressing out of it. We're going to use this as a seasoning packet. And so the easiest way for me to do it is just to go ahead and open the breast up. Now this is the inside of the breast, so I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on there. I can kind of move it around if I need to, if I didn't get it all, didn't come out evenly. Then we'll close it up and we'll season this side. Pat that around. Season this side. Pat that around. There you go, you get the idea. You just want ranch inside and out. And when you get done, if you still got ranch mix left, keep in mind I got eight big servings of meat here to one package of ranch mix. So you can season it as ranchy. Is that a word, ranchy? You can make it raunchy. You can make it as ranchy as you want or as little as you want. But you really need some ranch seasoning if you're going to call it chicken bacon ranch. So once I season it, I'll just start stacking it on top of itself. That way if any seasoning comes off the bottom, it sticks to the one underneath it. Now I know somebody out there, could we use real ranch dressing? You can do anything you want. I wouldn't. I want something dry on here. I'm looking at it like more of a rub. Alright, let's have a look at this bacon. Oh, that looks about right. Alright, I've got my bacon. This is not like burnt crisp, but it's not soggy bacon either. You could pick up any of these, you see. They don't just slop around. They're pretty stiff. That's probably the soggiest one. There's the crispiest one. That's about the way I like them. You may want your bacon sloppy. I want it crisp because I'm sticking it inside these butterflied chicken breast. So I've got my favorite big skillet. It's the 14-inch cast iron that my mother gave me. Big number 12. Got it sitting here. I'm going to put it on high. What we want to do is just get a little color on this chicken, and I'm going to brown it inside and out and set it aside. and then we'll stuff it, return it back to the skillet, and then we'll put the bacon in it and stick it in the oven. This is going to cook at different times because we've got the thin parts of the breast and the thick parts of the breast. I'm going to try to cook all the thin together at first. I don't think you can really kind of tell how much browning I've got on there, but I've got a little bit of color, and I'm not trying to get it real dark. I just want to get it mostly cooked. Now, once I have the outside browned, I'm just going to open it up and let the inside cook a little. What this will do is this will save us some time in the oven. And then that's what I did to the skinnier pieces. Once we get these done on the inside most of the way, we're not trying to fully cook them. We just want to get them well on their way. There you go. That looks good. Okay. Alright, turn the heat off and set this off the fire. Here's our chicken. Not fully cooked, but I would say probably 80%. So I'm going to take a piece of bacon, break it in half, and stuff it inside the chicken. And then I'm going to scoot it over to the edge. I'm going to take another one, same thing. Piece of chicken, just like this. Fold the bacon in half so it fits in there, and stuff it. You can see there, 2 pieces of bacon inside each piece. Well, 1 piece of bacon broken in half inside each piece. So you get the idea. You see the seasoning is still on it. That's about how much seasoning we have left, so I'm going to add it to the top. And I'm just going to lightly sprinkle some more seasoning. I'm going to try to get a little bit on every piece of chicken. I think that's going to ensure everything has a good ranch flavor to it. Have the oven set at 375. Alright, I spared no expense. I bought the fancy mozzarella cheese in the ball. And it says there's 8 servings in here. Can't cut nothing with that. What that did to it. Oh yeah. Alright, so we've got 8 pieces of chicken. This is supposed to be 8 servings. Best thing I know to do is just cut it down the middle. Each one of these is 4. So there's 1. Alright, so there's my 8 pieces. The chicken has been in there about 7 or 8 minutes. I'm going to check it for doneness. It's probably going to take 10 to 15. Whenever it's done, I'm going to pull it out. We're going to add the cheese and put it back in until it melts. Hey preacher, how do you know it's ready? Well, let me show you how I know it's ready. The thickest piece is this piece right here. That's probably a good inch thick. So I just cut a big chunk out of it. And I looked at it, and does it look pink? And the answer is no, it looks fully cooked. So then the next question is, how does it taste? That's good. That had been in there 10 minutes. Now you keep in mind, when I cooked this, I cooked it on both sides, and then I opened the butterflies up and cooked inside the butterflies. So it was about 80% done before I ever put it back in the skillet, ever returned it into the oven. So now let's add the cheese. I'm happy with that. Let's stick that back in the oven. Hot skillet, 375. 10 minutes got us to this point. I'm going to go back in until the cheese is good and melted. Then we'll be ready to plate it up and eat. The trophy wife is providing me with fresh cut Oh, she didn't like being called trophy wife. Now, where did I get the recipe from? Well, it came from Dutch. Keeping It Dutch has another channel called Dutch Eats, and I know Dutch. I've preached in his church before, and he did a chicken cordon bleu video. I guess it was last week, and it reminded me of chicken bacon ranch, and I think he said that's what he usually does is chicken bacon ranch, but he wanted chicken cordon bleu, and I said, no, I want chicken bacon ranch. So I went to the grocery store, chicken breast 99 cents. Wednesday coming up, I said we need to do a cast iron Wednesday. And so, the idea came from Dutch, and I just perfected it. That's what I do. I take what Dutch does, and I do it better. Sometimes Dutch watches. If he does, I hope he sees this part. Anyways, filmed that whole thing coming out of the oven, explaining everything. Never hit record, so let's do it again. I'm not going to stick it back in the oven. This cheese has been in there a total of near 10 minutes. And I'm afraid I'm going to overcook the chicken. You know, the chicken is really firm, and the cheese is just starting to melt. Good. It's starting to run off in a few places, but if I were using the round mozzarella cheese that I slice thickly, like you saw me do, I would probably do this, add the cheese just about the same time I put the chicken in the oven, because it takes so long for that cheese to melt. I've cooked stuff like this before, but I've always used shredded mozzarella, and it melts so much faster. This here just seemed like it took forever to melt. So let me get a piece out, and I'll show you me eating it. My favorite part about cooking is showing you me eating it. Oh, which one do I want? I like them fat. I'm going to go after this one right here. Well, I could probably get a... There we go. Alright, there you can see I got my... Let's take a cut off of this side right here. Cut through, got a little cheese, got a little bit of bacon in there. Oh my goodness. That's the real deal. Oh. Let me just stick it right down in here. We'll just cut right through the chicken, the bacon. Get that little bacon up on there. You can see that meat is fully cooked. Now, man alive, that is good. I had to collect my thoughts there for a minute. The chicken is not overcooked. It's still juicy, even for breast meat. And I don't really like breast meat. I'm a thigh guy. And even for breast meat, it's very juicy. It's not tough. It's not overcooked. It's still tender. The bacon gives you a little bit of fat, which breasts need because they're so dry and flavorless. The ranch dip comes through. I would say a full package to 4 pounds would be about right. That was 5 pounds of chicken, but I trimmed a lot on it. So a full package of ranch dip to about 4 pounds of chicken. The fancy cheese, I can't really tell that it was any better than my regular old shredded, and it probably cost me twice as much. So either ways, my wife is going to try some, and we will have an expert opinion here in just a minute. We're waiting. She don't want to be on film, but she has a smile that starts on this side and it goes over to this side. Is it good? She says it's real good. And she's a picky eater. So if my wife will eat it, anybody will eat it. No, just kidding. Anyways, thank you guys for watching Cast Iron Wednesday. Always enjoy cooking in the big cast iron skillet or the Dutch oven or the little cast iron skillet. One of these days I need to get out the chicken fryer and do something with that. Either way, thanks for watching. We got 4 minutes and 10 seconds and the fries will be ready, and then we're going to sit down and have supper. See you guys on the next video.